In dealing with debt today, one of the best ways to avoid debt is to start with good money habits. Joining us now is Matt Schulz, Chief Industry Analyst at Lending Tree. And you always say it starts with living below your means.
And the first step in living beneath your means is making a budget. You can't make a meaningful plan to improve your finances or to tackle debt or to increase your income or your net worth without having a budget at the beginning. You need to know exactly how much money is coming in and how much money is going out of your household each month in order to have a good grip on what your next step should be when you face a financial crisis. And goodness knows there are an awful lot of Americans who are in financial crisis right now.
Why is that budget so critical?
And that budget, whether you're just starting one now or you're tweaking the one that you already have, that budget can make things a lot easier because that budget gives you the template for being able to be flexible with things. It can allow you to see if you need to bring in more income. It can allow you to see if you need to cut expenses somewhere and what those available expenses might be. Or in a lot of people's cases, it's a little of both. If you need to get rid of something that you otherwise use and that you really like, but you can probably do without for a few months, or if you need to maybe consider selling something of value or maybe trying to find a part-time job or some sort of side hustle to bring in a little bit of extra money.
What are some other key steps?
Another key step is simply automate as much as you possibly can. When you're in a financial crunch, things can be a little weird. It's easy to be forgetful. You've got a to-do list that's 100 miles long. You've got other priorities that you need to face. So automating as much as possible can be really helpful. That includes automating payments on your credit card. That can be really important because it'll keep you from making late payments that can wreck your credit. It can also mean automating savings. Even if things are tight, make sure that you can, if it's at all possible, take a little bit of money out of that check that you get and put it into a rainy day fund or put it into a retirement fund if you can. That's a really, really important thing. And then also, credit cards can help with that as well because you can end up automatically applying some rewards points that you might have, for example, or some cash back that you've earned to your credit card statement during a given month, and that can help you extend your budget a little bit as well.
Well, the question many people may be asking right now is, what do you do if you already cannot even make ends meet?
Yeah, there's an awful lot of people who just don't have enough money to cover their expenses right now, or are really afraid that they won't have enough to cover their expenses going forward. And really, it's all about prioritizing. As much as you'd like to have that streaming service so you can watch your favorite team, or you can watch that hot new series that everybody's talking about, sometimes things have to go when there's a financial crunch. And it's up to you to understand where your finances stand and where all of your money is going so you can make those decisions for yourself. Because ultimately, as much as we like to keep all that entertainment around, or that we may like to keep that sentimental piece of art or whatever we might have that may be of value financially and emotionally to us, sometimes you just got to keep food on the table and you got to keep the lights on. And a lot of people are struggling with those decisions right now, and it's not easy. Another thing that you could potentially do is, if you have a bunch of credit card rewards points that you may have been piling up hoping to take a trip to Paris or Hawaii or something like that, a lot of credit card issuers are making those points much more easy to redeem these days, and making it to where instead of holding those out for travel, you can redeem them at good value for grocery purchases or other types of purchases.
That is a really great tip. Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you, Angie. Always good to talk to you.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.